If the ways you numb had a voice, what would they be saying? Like really think about that. Like if the ways you numb or the ways you cope had a voice, what would they be saying, man? Like every time you pick up that bottle, every time you log on that website, incognito mode, every time you roll one up, every time you pop that pill, like what is it really saying? I'm scared. I hate this. I hate me. I gotta get away. This is too much. I'm overwhelmed. I need some relief. I didn't train for this. Nobody told me it was gonna be like this. When do I get to be happy? Don't I deserve to be happy? Is this all there is? It's a hard question to ask, man. Actually, I don't know what's harder. I don't know if it's harder to ask it or harder to answer it. Both are terrifying. Funny thing about cliches is they tend to be rooted in some sort of truth. So as cliche as that sounds, everything you want is on the other side of fear. Some sort of truth in there. I've heard fear is an acronym, false evidence appearing real. What I hadn't heard that I really just keep seeing playing out over and over and over and over and over is true. Face everything and rise. Face everything and rise. So those two scary questions. What is my, or what are my vices? What are they saying? It's a hard question to ask. It's a hard question to answer. But I promise you, if you do, now you'll see the real battle you're a part of. It's not the external, man. Please don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying there's no difficulties. There are. There's horrible things, awful, wicked things. Just cop knocking at your door all the time. But if you're operating under the premise or the belief that once all those things are defeated, then you can now start to face everything and rise, or be in a peaceful state, or whatever state the numbings, the vices are trying to get you to, but just for a brief moment in time before all of a sudden you need that same substance, that same activity, that same whatever, with the fleeting relief it provides. If that's the only way you can get relief, so now you are tethered, attached, addicted to something outside of yourself, not because of any other reason, but you're just trying to get relief because that's what it's screaming. It's screaming, the noise is too much. Let me turn the volume down, please. Pop that bottle open. We're doing shots. Hey, let's get it. It's lit. I don't care. I'm going to be broken down for the next 48 hours. Can't get off the couch. At least I got that moment of relief. Right? You just kind of see how it's a cycle. Who cares? 2 days out the week just gone. You know, who cares what I feel like after? I gotta release. You know, we're gonna keep it PG, but y'all know what I'm saying. Who cares about how I feel inside after? The shame, the guilt. Your body knows. That's why you can't look somebody in the eye. You're hoping they don't see what you see. Hey, bro, I ain't talking at y'all, man. I know what it's like. And so the whole point of all this, man, is just as hard as all that is, man. I've got good news. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. It is that way. For a lot of y'all, it is that way, but it doesn't have to stay that way. But you got to understand the journey is within. There's changes that have to be made within so that the filter you have in which you process everything without, you start to realize, you start to face everything, and you literally rise because you start vibrating at a much higher frequency when you start withstanding or leveraging the external to be a catalyst for your growth. What that looks like is not my point in this moment. That's for future videos. But I'm just telling you, I'm introducing you, for some of y'all, to the concept, a new stimuli, a new thought pattern. I'm hoping to plant a seed that you can realize that the things that have you in a headlock, it doesn't have to be. It's been, but it doesn't have to be, especially moving forward. And there's people out here, not because they're better than you. We are the same. I am dust. I am made of dust. I will return to dust, just like you are made of dust and will return to dust. But God has given us all a spirit, and that spirit, when cultivated, can actually take the sticks, take the wheel of how you move. And as you strengthen the spirit, you become aligned, mind, body, and spirit. Now all of a sudden it's the spirit running the show, not this flesh. And when the spirit gets activated and quickened, then you're able to strengthen, reorient what the mind does with the same stimuli. And you start operating at an internal resonance or alignment, I should say, where things that resonate tend to be of higher. And that then creates dissonance with things that were lower, that keep you in a low vibrational state. A lot of those activities, keep you low. And you know they do. You know they do. And if you don't know, this one ain't for you, man. But those who know, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Real hard to lock eyes in the mirror when you engage in all this stuff. And so, as always, man, I'm just trying to encourage y'all. It doesn't have to be this way. But nothing changes. Nothing changes until you reach that point where you say, hey, man, I've had enough of this. And I'm not talking about the little cutesy saying in a circle, but I'm talking 12:30 a.m. Maybe tears are streaming down your face. And you're just looking at yourself in the mirror, quiet of the world. Just in silence, man, quieted, sequestered off from the world. And you know, it's not supposed to be like this. The good news is you're right. It's not. So we got to ask that question. What are all those habits, man? If they could talk, what are they telling you? And you got to be willing to go down that rabbit hole, have that courage. And I promise you, if you seek the truth, you're going to reach a point. You're going to go through some pain. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to go through some pain. But it's not pain that'll kill you or destroy you. It's pain that'll liberate you. And you will get to a point where you say, even in the same external circumstance, you have never felt more joy, peace, liberation, freedom. It's amazing. I want that for you. So as always, when I show up on your feed, I'm trying to give y'all something to feed on. Please be encouraged. I'll see you in the next one.